Or is that a message from the bench?
Vince needed a blow there.
Oh, did he? Was it a little bit hot, the Englishman?
Yeah. So, late decision here to call it, but thought best to take it now while Rashid's got 2 left, and we can sort of plan around him. So,
okay.
Sort of was thinking, the late thinking behind that. So.
And I assume it's simply just don't open the door to the leg spinner.
That's 100%. That's what we're trying to do here.
Yep. How you go picking him?
I don't know. A bit better in daytime, I'm hoping.
Yes.
People tell me so.
Yep. All right. We'll let you focus.
We'll be able to find out shortly, I reckon.
Okay. We'll watch with interest.
Cool.
And the slip in is a big over. Really, really big over. Important one for Rashid Khan.
Yep. Oh, get.
He's got to work on his length here, Rashid Khan. He's got to pitch up. You just hear there, Silk can't pick him, so he's got to draw him forward, bring in LBW and bowl. Can't let them hang back and just knock him around.
No slip to Vince.
Yeah, well played.
Too short.
Yeah, well, you're getting played off the wicket. Even if he doesn't pick him, just play him off the wicket. Take an easy one.
Well, that mid-on for mine is the one where Carey might be able to pinch a dot. Create some risk, bring him up, get him up. Don't see anyone use their feet and get down the crease. There's nearly a mix-up there. You very rarely see anyone advance and look to power over mid-on against Rashid Khan. Slog sweeps on, but that's risky if the wrong one comes in.
See, this is beautiful batting. Once again, that man probably should be up. It's a dot ball, but what they can do is just pick him off. Get 4 off the over. Take no chances against Rashid Khan. He's got 1 left after this.
He's only got 8 balls left in the game.
That's it.
The run rate's just over 6.21.
Target the other bowler.
He's pushing hard now, so he's trying to get a wicket, force a wicket. I think to do, even now, I think, bring his mid on and his mid off up. Yep. So go on.
There we go. Oh, the edge was on there and pouched by Alex Carey. You just cannot keep Rashid out of it. With ball in hand, there's always a chance.
Well bowled, and there's a healthy nick. Really nice nick. Nice catch there from Alex Carey too. They would have deviated a little bit off the bat. And Rashid Khan gets his man.
Yeah, you can see here, Drew Vince forward, and he didn't know which way that ball was going to spin. Very tentative prod forward, taking the edge, and Alex Carey taking a very good catch. See Vince very disappointed in himself. They knew they just had to play Rashid Khan out, not let him back into the game, but he's got himself back in. That's how good he is. Vince goes for 27. Sixers now 4 for 79 after 10.5.
Yeah, it takes a really interesting turn now, this game. James Vince played so well. He was the major contributor in that partnership with Jordan Silk. It's just enough variation, isn't it? Just that little bit of deviation. This was this over from side on.
And that's the reason why he's one of the best in the world, because he has got the knack of coming on and taking wickets. Let's just open the door a little bit. 57 runs still needed off 55 balls. Heaps of time, but if they can get another one here.
Jack Edwards, pressure on. Can he survive this one delivery of the over? Oh, too far, is it? Oh, got him. Given. He's got 2 in 2. The game's been blown wide open.
Tell you what we will need to have a look at here is the height. He's a very tall man, Jack Edwards, and the line. But I tell you what, if you could appeal and talk an umpire into giving someone out, Rashid Khan just did it then. Let's have a look. Spun big. He was forward. He was forward, and it was missing leg, I reckon. You're right, Brett Lee.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, he didn't tickle it, did he? Just wonder, he's taken it slip by short, and just wonder whether...
Well, he's given out court, you reckon, maybe, Gilly?
Smith may have, because it was a delayed decision.
Maybe. Well, anyway, he's out.
Oh, he's gone. A golden duck. First time he's faced a delivery from Rashid Khan.
He was defeated off the wicket anyway, Jack Edwards. I don't think he was aware of which way it was spinning. struck him on the pad. He's been given out LBW. That's the 5th wicket. 11 overs gone. 79 runs on the board, and Rashid Khan still has 1 over to bowl.
Oh. Yeah, confirmation of what the naked eye thought. It's not the best one that Jack Edwards will ever receive. He's deceived, as you say, Roy, by the pace and the pitch of the delivery. It will happen very, very quickly, as it does. First ball that you face under pressure.
Well, as well,
a quality bowler.
Shocker, that one.
Yeah, it was a bad, poor decision.
3 for 4 off his last 7 balls. Rashid Khan. Okay, Big Billy's back. No.
Just can't let your foot off the gas like that, Billy. Your first ball there was so important. I'd have a slip in here.
Oh, 100%.
That bloke,
for 80.
That bloke at deep mid-wicket, what's he going to do there? Probably hit one straight down his throat here in a minute, but surely if Billy Stanley can get the ball going through hard at the top of off stump, a slip is an option. The pressure's on the sixes here.
Yep. Bring him up.
That's a nothing position. That man there that's just fielded the ball.
So Alex Carey's got a big decision to make very soon. He's just used the 5 bowlers. Rashid Khan, 1 over left. When do you play your joker? A new man in Curran, who is in fine touch at the moment, striking at 187. So there's his options.
I'd probably go Siddle next over with the experience. Maybe seam up and try and get Tom Curran out.
See, it's a different scenario. Curran's come in the past when he's done well and had to hit because he's had no choice, chasing a total. This is a different situation. He's got to bat now and construct an innings. He can't just come in and just happily just go about whacking the ball out of the park. Well, he can, but if he holds out, he puts his team under pressure.
Yeah. Sure. That was his 100th run for this BBL, but as I say, the pace with which he scored them. 43 off 21 versus the Scorchers. That was an innings-changing contribution. The Sixers up to a really, really competitive total over there in the West, and then they defended it.
Just a fraction too straight. Once again from Billy Stanley. If I'm Alex Carey, I'm saying, get the ball through to me.
If I'm Alex Carey, I'm giving Billy Stanley a rocket here. I'm going, mate, you haven't bowled one anywhere near where I want you to bowl one. I want some pressure. Last ball's a slow ball, 125. You can bowl it at 140 plus. That's a good ball.
Yeah, as a batsman too, just that, the sound of the contact of bat on ball there, you could just knew it was a much quicker delivery. It sort of rushing onto you at the start of your innings. No need for Big Billy to give any siders, any freebies to a new man out at the crease.
And I think that is a role that Alex Carey can play. I used to always tell me if I was getting on leg stump, keep coming through to me, nick him off. Just get that reassurance from your captain or vice captain.
Right there.
They need one more here, I reckon. The Adelaide Strikers, they're real close. One more pole and they're right in this game.
So just the 4 runs from the over for Big Billy. And close it out. You're going to see mid-wicket's going to go back onto the fence. So just the one man in the circle at mid-on the leg side. So Curran, expected, I think, slightly shorter. They probably won't mind if he tucks it just for one into the leg side. That's quick. Challenges the English all-rounder. 145 kilometres an hour. The crowd just engaging nicely now. 5 for 83. Rashid Khan, he's got 3 for 20. It's the previous over. Alex Carey pouches a nice outside edge. And Jack Edwards. That's not a great decision We've been really honest about it, but it's in the book. You know, 2 in 2, and here we go.
Hat-trick ball. Have you ever called one?
Haven't called a hat-trick, no.
Haven't called one?
I haven't. So, we'll see how we go. I reckon there's 18,000 fans in this ground that would love to get on board and call a hat-trick. So a slip in. It's Jordan Silk. Runner ball.
Oh, leave them both up.
He's got 4 hat-tricks, Gilly.
4 hat-tricks in T20 cricket. And the off comes up. Rashid Khan, he's done so many wonderful things for the Adelaide Strikers in his few years in this tournament. Mid-wickets come in on the one, just the one catcher other than the keeper. Here we go, on a hat-trick. T20 hat-trick for Rashid Khan. He is unstoppable.
What a player. I tell you what, sometimes, Brett Lee, you would have been on a hat-trick a number of times, no doubt, but you've actually got to run up and deliver the ball bang on where you want it to. And the moment he let that go, that was in the hot zone, wasn't it? And it thundered into silk stumps. 6 for 83 now, the Sixers. Have a go at this little bloke.
Oh, what a jaffer. Middle stump, halfway up. And he's got a hat-trick at the Adelaide Oval. The home team, and off he goes. Take a bow, young man. There's a hattie.
Jordan Silk didn't pick him. Drawn forward by Rashid Khan. That ball thundering into the top of middle stump. Outstanding execution of a wrong one.
That was brilliant. Well, in all the excitement in the build-up, I've totally misheard a stat. That's the 5th hat-trick in BBL, not the 5th for Rashid Khan. But
I'm sure he's got about 10.
I'm sure he's got about 20.
He's got 5 in him. He's already got 3. Wow. I tell you what, we've got a game of cricket on our hands here now. Dorshus, Bird, Hazelwood, Pope are the next batsmen.
He's up for a double hat-trick here.
Can he get 4 in 4?
Just a fraction short, if anything, but was honing in on off stump. Dorshus gets away.
That hat-trick ball, to deliver that hat-trick ball on cue when he needs, he's gone for the wrong one. Oh, that's a cracker. It's always exciting to be part of a hat-trick.
Absolute beauty. Just wondering what was going through Jordan Silk's mind.
Well played. Curran down the wicket. I reckon Rashid Khan's landed that exact... Dorshus doesn't want anything to do with it.
It's all happening here at the Adelaide Oval.
I think Phil Salt threw the ball in. They were considering a second, so he had to have the urgency that we saw, but Rashid Khan...
Oh! I think that ball was honing in on his shin.
He's going to change the angle here. He's going to come around the wicket to the left-hander.
I reckon wrong, and he's going to try and pitch on the stumps and go towards slip.
Yeah. Spot on, Roy. Okay. 2 deliveries left. Can he do any more damage?
Well, imagine getting a Michelle, getting a 5 and a hat-trick in the one game.
Bring mid-on up. He's not hitting him over mid-on, surely.
Oh.
Played.
Great
well
spell.
played.
He's got 1 left.
Put a better bat pad. Would you put a bat pad in on the offside there?
Off the last ball, very easily.
Bring your mid-wicket.
Mid-on, bring him up.
Pad.
The crowd just chanting his name.
Good boy.
Brilliant. Rashid Khan. Absolute brilliance. He's kept his side alive. He's finished his spell 4 for 22 and included a hat-trick.
He's a superstar in world cricket. Doesn't matter which team he plays for, he always gives his all.
There's the first one. Tentative push forward there. That one there, to be fair, wasn't out. It spun too far. It was missing leg stump. Silk completely deceived. Thought it was going away and it went back in. Clean bowled. And then this one here. Silk was deceived as well. He thought, is it going away? I think so. It pitched and went back in and hit the top of middle stump. Execution from that man there, Rashid Khan, outstanding. He's off on his little lap.
How's these pitches on Foxy Rover?
Mate, the Foxy was all over it, the Rover.
He knew, little Foxy.
Look at Harry Conway, high-stepping it there. Didn't know what to do with him.
Billy, short leg in place. Oh, wow. Tommy Curran, he's decided to fight fire with fire. He's going to go hard at Big Billy. So Rashid Khan, he had none for 15 off his first 1.5, and then 4 for 7 off his last 2.1.
Look at Harry.
Big Harry says, I'm not touching you, I'm just along for the ride.
Sidecar.
Oh! Like Dancing with the Stars, that is. Had the little foxtrot going there, didn't they?
A little bit
perfectly synced. Well, he's got a job to do soon, Harry Conway, but it's Billy around the wicket.
That's good from Billy. Good.
What a change has come over this match. The run rate required now for the Sixers creeps up to 7.5.
Guys, I like this short leg. I like the option, but I'd have a first slip in as well.
Yeah. Where are you bringing him from?
I'd take probably cover out. I wouldn't have 2 back on the hook for Ben Dorshus.
Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah. What, bring deep square leg into slip?
Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't have gone anywhere near him, but...
Oh, well done. Work. Brilliant. Michael Neeser. Oh, they're on a roll.
Great game of cricket, this. How much fun is it?
And Rashid's run down there to give him the high five.
Yeah, they're up and going now, the strikers. Before Rashid Khan came on, you could just sense them just dropping off their presence in the field. They were just sort of meandering a bit. It's amazing what a hat-trick does.
In the crowd.
Crowd are in.
Oh.
Okay, Neeser again. Should keep it to 1.
Good arm.
Halfway point. That's the halfway day of the home and away season. Game 27 here. Game 28 coming up straight away. It'll be the Stars and the Thunder, but that's the importance here. 2 versus 3. They'll go top here if the Sixers can get home. 47 from 38. And the strikers go a nice step forward in bolstering their spot in what will be a top 5 for the semi-final process, and then the big final. February the 8th, mid-wicket goes back, so mid on up. Curran, he went big to the leg side, or tried to previously. Really well watched. He just waited for the slow ball there and tucked it around the corner, but they can't find the boundary.
Right, this is the most important ball in this game, certainly for Billy Stanley, because it's his last. Got to close the over out now. Rashid Khan's done and dusted, 4 for 22.
2 questions. One, what about... Oh, here we go. He's doing it anyway. So round the wicket in the Yorker at Dorshus. And who's bowling the next over?
Siddle, next over.
Yep.
And nick him off.
Oh, is this a chance? Has he got enough of it? I think it's going to get over the boundary.
6.
One of our Fox crew down there tried to take Specky. Might have been falconed in the process, but that's a very important blow. 6 for 96.
Well, that's the short boundary we've been talking about all afternoon. It's only 59 metres. It was a splice of the bat.
Matty Jeffrey, he wanted it. He was desperate.
Jeffers. I don't think that's the right option. Last ball, the over.
Yeah, had to attack the stumps, I thought.
Well, this game's really hotting up here, and as soon as it's finished, it's going to be over to the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Melbourne Stars will be hosting the Sydney Thunder. And there's a nice rivalry between the two teams. They played in the BBL final a few years ago at the MCG. It was the Thunder that got there in the end. So we've got that to look forward to once the drama here at the Adelaide Oval finishes. Siddle into the attack. Should just be 1.
Adelaide can't lie idly by here now. They need to find a way to continue to pressurise the Sixers. And that's going to have to come through their field placings, I think. Rashid Khan's obviously finished. They can attack from Billy Stanlake's end with a bit of pace. Peter Siddle's got to work the batsman over with his changes of pace. And Captain Carey's got to move his fielders into positions that might be able to create doubt.
So Peter Siddle looking to operate around the wicket, mid-off up, mid-on up. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. Good shot from Dorcius. Gutsy shot for the 6 off Stanlake. Last ball, last over. Nick got him.
Big edge. Siddle. And then,
Birthday boy.
And then the Pope. 4 men patrolling the inner circle on the offside. Oh! They like it, the strikers. Was there 2 noises?
Did a bad, I think, but saved him.
Birdie said straight away, Nick.
Jackson Birds.
He's got the open stance, Jackson Bird. Look at that.
Got his front leg out of the road.
2 noises, whether it was front pad and back pad, or
Did his bat hit his front toe?
a little apology there from Sid.
I'm not convinced he's hit that.
Neither am I. There was 2 noises, but
What was that? There was a good noise. I think he might have flicked his pad. Didn't quite sound woody, and there was stifled appeal. So a brilliant over from Siddle, a wicket, and just 3 runs from it. 7 for 99, the Sydney Sixers.
What was that noise? That's what I want to know.
This is the LB shout. Just listen. Synchronise the sound and the sight there with that angle, and then the last delivery of that over. I just wonder if he brushed his back pad with his bat. It just didn't sound like
didn't sound woody.
leather on timber, did it?
Tell you what, though, there's a bit happening.
I'll tell you what it was. It was a fantastic game from Peter Siddle.
Big Bash continues straight after this match finishes. What a build-up here. What a finish where it's set for the Stars and the Thunder.
Well, there'll be a bit of animation if this man gets a wicket. Harry Conway's got the ball now.
That's the short side of the ground there. There's 4 out in the deep on the leg side for Tom Curran. And it looks like it might stay the same here with Jackson Bird on strike.
Oh, the Foons are on. The Foons, the Boffins. Hundreds up here for the Sixers.
Yeah. 7 and over needed. Mid on up. He's not got any of that. Pretty much gloved from Jackson Bird. Big Harry goes upstairs.
I was just watching square leg umpire too, just giving the indication that's still below. He's got one up the sleeve still.
Just get the feeling Curran's getting a little bit itchy here.
Yeah, he wants to go to the leg side. The Sydney Sixers batting card, thanks to Maccas. Hazelwood and Pope, they'll be nervous in the dugout. Curran knows he's the man. He has to get it done.
Run rate's at 7.5. 35 from 28.
4 out on the leg side. Can Curran get to that boundary? Well bowled, well bowled.
Push for 2. Tell what Curran could do. Sorry, what Harry Conway could do rather is pace off the ball. Maybe a slow ball bouncer might be a good option. It's a decent hit on the leg side.
And he's also got mid on and mid off up in the circle. Slow ball and full might bring him a catch.
Yep.
Straight.
Oh, spliced. It'll fall safely.
2 times Bird's gone aerial.
I just don't understand why they've got 3 back on the boundary to Jackson Bird.
So just dealing in singles at the moment. Alex Carey won't mind that. Just feel that the man on strike, he's got the capability, just in a couple of decent strikes, to change the complete direction of this match. Long discussion between Peter Siddle and Harry Conway. Field remains the same. Ooh, chase on for Siddle. They'll just keep it to 1. It's a pretty well executed Yorker there.
Yeah, couldn't get under that. That was well bowled by Conway.
Just a little bit wide for my liking. If he misses short of length there, he can get that over cover or over mid off. But he's doing the job, Big Harry.
I'd bring up my cow corner and have him catching at mid wicket and go short again.
Well, how about this also? They probably want Bird on strike for the new over too if they can't get him out this ball. So they're probably happy for him to get a single here.
One of his hit maybe.
So he's batting well outside leg stump.
It's struck firmly, just going to fall short. So it's 6 singles off the Conway over. He does a good job there for Alex Carey. 7 for 105 after 16. But Rashid Khan, he bowled it over in the power play. It went for 11, but then he came back with vengeance against the middle order. It was a hat trick. It was James Vince who got the edge, and then favourable leg before decision for the Afghan leg spinner. Saw Jack Edwards in a peach of a wrong-un to Jordan Silk. The 5th BBL hat trick. And it was just bowling brilliance from Rashid Khan.
Yeah, he's such a great asset to the BBL, isn't he? Rashid Khan had to wait on over to get the hat trick, didn't he? Fifth and 6th ball and then come back with his first.
Michael Neeser.
Bowled.
Well bowled. Good leg work there from Phil Salt.
Right, this is interesting now, gents. Tom Curran, he's faced 12 balls, only got 9. I reckon he's going to have a dip here.
This is going to sound a bit silly, but Curran's next big shot is a big shot. You can see that he's itching to get one away, but if he miscues and holds out, that's going to make it really hard for the Sixers. But you get the feeling he wants to relieve some pressure.
I agree with everything you say, particularly the part about it sounding silly. Well, yeah, very good, very good.
Dot balls of gold here.
No, you're spot on though, Roy. It's he knows it's on his shoulders now, Curran. Lowest totals to win here. Brisbane Heat did the job. The strikers have done it once before with a sub 150 score. 30 from 22.
That was there, I reckon.
It was a low full toss and to the short boundary. You can just see how batsmen's minds get clouded and cluttered when the pressure starts. Curran, when he batted in the West the other day, he had a clear mind. He had no choice but to really put the foot down, and he cleared his mind, and he was just pumping balls out of the park. And now there's scoreboard pressure, and there's a total that he has to chase to achieve victory.
Hasn't found the boundary rope for 2.5 overs, and won't do it on this occasion. And you just sense in the previous delivery a little bit of panic or uncertainty about the running between wickets. There was a hint that Curran wanted to force Jackson Bird to go back for a second, so keep an eye out on the run-out opportunities.
All right, there's a big ball coming here. Yeah. Either a wicket or a big ball, I reckon.
They're both big balls, I think. These last couple are looking for a boundary, I think.
Oh, and he's very square, the man at mid-on. I think that might get to the road.
Too
it does.
Square.
Looked for all money that he might have just been a fraction out of position. Salt down there. He was very, very square.
Yeah, I think that's where he was put, though, and it's an interesting fielding position. He's more of a wide mid-on or a long on. And he's going to continue to go back to where he was, so Alex Carey's happy with that.
Yeah, I think, well, it gets shorter and shorter, the boundary, the more you move around. So they're trying to protect that, but it was too well hit by Curran. Won the backflip over there at the MCG, and they will bowl first. They did that very, very well against the Melbourne Renegades in their last outing at the MCG, and then Maxwell and Stoinis came out and dominated. So superstars of the Big Bash on display tonight in the double-header. Big Harry Conway. Focus comes back onto him. He bowled a very nice over 6 singles in his last effort. 4 out on the leg side again, but Curran pinched a single on strike.
Oh, bowled. Oh!
No. I have to have a look side on, but they looked all right.
Speed gun telling us that was 146 kilometres an hour.
It's a good call.
Yeah.
It's the right call.
Pretty well played in the end too, Tom Curran. He knew it was going to be a wide. Just mid-off going back, and final leg, as you'd expect, come up because he's already bowled the one short.
Just get the feeling they suddenly need a wicket.
Yeah. Curran's threatening, is he? He's just... It's pretty well bowled, that.
He's looked composed, hasn't he, Conway?
Yeah.
He hasn't shown any signs of panic.
He'll go nuts if he gets a wicket.
Yep. Not only is Laurie Colliver a statistician, but he's a very astute cricket watcher, avid cricket fan, and I would be bringing the field in the circle, in tight, to try and keep Bird on strike. Man at covers come right in. It's the only man that can probably really say one. Conway has responsibility too as the bowler.
Curran not interested in a second. Saw the bowler breakdown there, or the options at the disposal of Alex Carey. Peter Siddle one left, Michael Neeser one left. Wouldn't be surprised at all if Siddle bowls the next over.
That's what I would
19th.
Yep, definitely.
It was reverse up at Coffs Harbour, and Neeser went for 21.
Very nice from Harry Conway. Hasn't picked up a wicket, but he's been pretty economical.
I think Curran's got this under control at the moment. You sense that boundary he got in the previous over straight down the ground just relieved a bit of pressure. 19 off 15 required. If he finds the boundary one more time, it becomes very achievable. So they've just got to keep their head, especially Jackson Bird.
Oh no, he went again. And he's been pinned again.
It's going to be a free hit. Yep. Oh, mistake from the men in blue. And Harry Conway, of course, he's bowled 2 balls over the shoulder height, 2 wides. That will constitute a no ball, which is a free hit.
Free hit, costly. Oh, that's a bad mistake from Big Harry.
But he kept the same field too. I think his best option here is a wide line Yorker, but the protection's on the leg. He might have to go a real leg side Yorker.
Oh,
Be another one.
It's a wall. Big Harry, I said he's been calm and composed. I reckon that the kettle's about to boil here.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing that front on, just to see, did it cut the blue line? That's going to be the $1 million question. Confirmation from the umpire, still a free hit. Let's have a look. Yep.
Got away with it.
It was a fair call for the umpire again.
Advantage 6s now, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Jackson Bird has done a good job here.
Yeah, 8 handy runs.
Yeah, very handy runs.
Tom Curran very relaxed, hasn't gone for the big swipe yet.
Boffins have got it at nearly 50-50. I'm liking the 6s at this point.
Wow, yeah, brilliant stroke. So the pressure, the situation, just too much for Harry Conway. And Tom Curran, he remains calm and composed and picks up a very, very important boundary.
Yeah, it's big that. He's kept his composure here, Curran. Harry Conway bowls him a half volley and he gets it past that man at mid-off who's up inside the circle, Peter Siddle. Absolutely nothing he could do about that.
That's probably where he had to bang it in because mid-off is up.
It's already banged 2 in.
Well, not banging in too short, just top of off. No half volleys. Big ball this.
Mid-off back, fine leg up.
Oh! Harry, watch him go! Conway has the last laugh in the battle with Curran. An expensive over 11 from it, but the vital wicket.
Harry Conway, you beauty. A big wicket. Tom Curran misses one. Gets his stumps uprooted. What about a celebration like the Hulk? Look at this. Yes! Blew a bow.
Curran goes for 21. And with 2 overs left, the Sydney Sixers, they need 12 from 12.
Strikers on top, I reckon.
Oh, that really evens it up. It's going to be Peter Siddle with ball in hand. Some big news breaking around the Big Bash involving Chris Green from the Sydney Thunder. The Thunder will be coming up in a very short space of time against the Melbourne Stars over at the MCG. As Harry Conway just settles back down to short third man, it's Peter Siddle charging in.
Oh, shot.
Nice stroke, but it should just be one out into the deep. Chris Green has been suspended from bowling after being reported by umpires for an illegal bowling action in the Big Bash match against the Melbourne Stars at the Showground in Sydney, January the 2nd.
That's massive news.
He went up to the National Cricket Centre and was under the supervision of Dr. Luke Kelly. He was tested. They do a variety of testing and put sensors and whatnot all over the bowling arm and check degrees of delivery and release points. And he's unable to bowl for 90 days. A sanction imposed by Cricket Australia until he can rectify that action. But we'll hear more about that in the match, I'm sure, straight after play. But it's tight here. Hazelwood. Oh, Red. Has he got it wide enough? He has.
The birthday boy.
Woo-hoo, the big boy from Bendemeer.
Well, it was the the role reversal last week, only a few days ago actually, where it was Siddle that got knocked over by Hazelwood. Got his chance to get him back, but the birthday boy, 29 today, has just picked off a 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure about letting him get underneath the ball first up. Josh Hazelwood, you would have think that he would look to make him hit the ball, put the pace on the ball, pitch up. Oh, the other side of him, Billy Stanlake's being teased. Josh Hazelwood, 8 off 2. Wowee.
Yeah, look, that's stiff for Peter Siddle. First one you go, maybe the wrong length, but that one there was right in the money for Peter Siddle. Right in the money, outside edge, just past Carey for 4. Heartbreaking for Peter Siddle, and that, unfortunately, is the game.
You'd think so. 3 from 9. Around the wicket.
Well played.
That is beautifully played. Is it going to get to the boundary? The winning stroke. The birthday boy gets it done for the Sydney Sixers. He was brilliant with ball in hand and comes out under pressure situation. Josh Hazelwood, 3 deliveries, 12 runs, and the Sixers win by 2 wickets.
Well, you can see the elation there in the Sixers camp. They probably thought they had that lost. And a late little flourish there. Jackson Burr was outstanding. 9 off his 12. Curran was brilliant once again, 21. And then Hayes